Hi. Trying a new do today. I don't know if I like it or not. Who knows? And trying to get me in the scene. Oh, how's everybody doing? I gotta change me to all messages. There we go. I gotta change me to all messages. There. I gotta turn my sound off. Let's see. And we got Judy Hebert in the house and Melanie. Hey Andy, how you doing? Elaine's here. Sister Shirley. Sorry, got a tear running down my face. And there's Lisa. Lisa the awkward quilter. Happy birthday! Lori from Quilting in the Country's here. I hope you're feeling better, Lori. Lori was sick Monday or Wednesday. Anyway, this week she's been sick. Miss Melanie. Hi, June Hansen. And Jessica's here. Of course, she's on the road again. On the road again. Zaza's here. Zaza will be a guest tomorrow on Not Quite Right. Miss Nancy's here. Da, 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 da. Look at that. People are just saying, happy birthday, Lisa. Hi, Sherry. Oh, thanks. Well, I'm giving it a try. You know that I cannot stand having hair in my eye. And if it comes down past my eyebrow, oh, it just drives me nuts. So I'm just trying it. And then let's see, who else do we have? Nancy, I hope you and Terry are doing okay. I think I am caught up. I think. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hey, Joydy, how are you, girl? Glad you're here. I haven't seen Miss Sheila for a little while. I've seen her on Discord, but not on live. Oh, I'm glad you guys are doing okay, Nancy. Yeah, Joydy's in the house. Hey, good afternoon, Linda. Linda is Irish Sail Lady. Just for a cup of coffee and then back to work. Yeah, Lisa's turning the big 6-0 today. 6-0! I just got to rub it in. That was a long time ago that I saw it. Turning my stuff on here. I'm sitting here going, I need to be doing something on the live. I do have my, well, where did I put my picture? Here it is. This is what I've been working on. The mini quilt. I haven't been working real hard on it, but I do have my square in a square pictures done with the applique. I got 4 of them. When I when I did the applique in that, I didn't even think about the 1/4 inch over here. Psh. So they're not perfect. This one is closer. Psh. And this one's pretty good. Let's see the last one. Oh, and of course, that one is just perfect. I still got a little room on the side. Over here. I got a little room here. I'm cutting it close right here. But that's because, okay, I didn't understand why a little house and a huge flower. I did not understand. So I was having trouble just getting it through my head that they're that way. So that's what I've sort of been working on. Sort of, yeah. I've been gonna work on this, making this wastebasket. I finally got the top and bottom cut out. The top and bottom of the bottom. Because you got to put one on this way and then the other one on this way. So I finally got that done, but I mean, I got it cut out. That's about it. I got the back of it sewed. I mean, not sewed. I got the main part. I got the foamy stuff on the back put on. But that's all the further I've gotten with that. And here's the other pieces to it. And this is on a Fat Quarter pop-up. This is I got this from Fat Quarter Shop in one of the sew samplers. Sorry, I hear somebody scratching. I hear somebody scratching. But they're not here. Or at least they weren't. They left. They went on a walk. Well, they must be here. So anyway, I needed a wastebasket for over here in this area. I'm going to keep it down here on the right side when I finally get it together. I don't know how long that's going to take me because this wire part looks like it's complicated, so that's why I keep putting it off. And then I got my extras in here and my backing. I was surprised at how much extra I have. I guess they plan on me making mistakes, which I usually do. Oh, let's go back in here and see what I'm missing. Yeah, they're cute unless you look really, really close at them, Jessica. I usually make the block, then do the applique. Well, that's what I thought too, Zaza. And I was going to do that until I started reading the directions. And the very first thing on the directions is, let me get to the first page here. After the cutting instructions, the very first thing is applique the blocks. And then down below here, it's piece the blocks, which I've done the applique, I've done the piecing of this block, and I've done, I haven't trimmed it yet. Yeah, I haven't trimmed the main thing after I got it all put together, but I moved on. I start things and I start going exactly the way it says, and then I change. Let's see. Let me looky here. I hope it's honey and not your husband. Well, I heard the ring go off. That meant somebody was up by the door. And it had to have been them because they went out to take a walk. And it don't take them that long to take a walk. Now, I did not see a Lori. Oh, it's a different spelling for Lori. That's what it is. In the wall? No, not in the wall. Mm-mm. And I don't know who Stacy is. Oh, Lisa's back. I don't understand why work feels they need to call me when I'm trying to listen to Deb. Oh, that's funny. Yep, they're home. I seen Kelly. You'll see everything behind me, and I'm looking and looking at that, and I can't see. hmm. What's wrong with those people? I know, they're just obnoxious, aren't they? They're back, or you have a male ghost wandering around with a pug. Yeah, the other pug is on the other side of this wall, and she is zonked. She's all spread out on her side with her head up and everything. She is zonked. She was in a food coma from breakfast. Yeah, mute that phone line. See, I'm really far behind. Kelly likes to get in the camera shot every once in a while. He needs his 15 minutes. That's good. That is really, really good. I'm trying to back you up and I can't. You keep getting the top of my head. I should just bring this over here so I can see it. Sherry, how's your little helper? We do it our way. Oh, that's Lori. Oh, okay. Well, see, after I said that, I'm like, well, that's probably quilting in the country, Lori. But I still don't know who Stacy is. Oh, you're gonna miss me this weekend, Lisa. That's because you spend every day with me. That's why you're gonna miss me. Shirley's spending more time with me too, because she's always in all these videos. So I'm supposed to take these pieces here. They're part of my flying geese. I don't know where the flying geese are going to go. But I have to make one side with the flowers, one side with the flowers, and one side with the black. And you know, directions like that are hard for me. But I have my flowers and my black here. But I have to draw on them. And when I draw on them, I normally use my ruler that's 2.5 by 8. I cannot find that little thing anywhere. I thought I had it over here. It's not here. I thought maybe it fell down here. It's not there. So then I thought, okay, well, maybe I had it on my little sewing desk here and it fell off that way when I was sewing. Because remember, I was finishing up this one and anything that was on this part of the desk went flying on me. That's why I put stuff on this little thing now. But it's not back behind the machine. I've looked over here on my desk because I thought maybe it was with my patterns there. Nope, not there. I looked underneath everything, put stuff away. Nope, not there. So then I thought, okay, it's over here where I keep all my other ones that I use all the time. I looked in there. Nope, not there. So I even looked on the white table to see if I put it over there. I even went out and looked on the kitchen table because I had been using it out there when I cut. What was I cutting? I was cutting sashing for something. I was cutting sashing for. Oh, that's when I was doing Millie's dresses because it was the black polka dotted one. You know, the black dots on the white. That's the last time I've seen it. But it was not out on the table. And I looked through anything that was on the table. I have batting on the table and I have 3 project bins. I looked there. They're not there. So I don't know where that ruler is. I don't know where it snuck off to. Because everything that I had out, I finished putting together. And I have them here, and I have the other one in a project bin. I shoved it back in the project bin. So I don't know where that ruler went. So don't tell Kel, but I ordered another one. So if I do find the other, it's okay because I use it all the time. So I can keep one here and I can keep the other one someplace else. Because when I cut fabric and I cut big pieces, you know, the really long ones, that I use my big 24-inch. But then when you got to subcut those, that's when I use my 2.5 by 8. I don't know where it went. I even looked under my sewing machine. I've looked everywhere. Cannot find it. Cannot find it. Cannot find it. So I don't know what. I guess I just got to wait for another one to come. So instead, I got to use this big one. This one is an OmniGrid one. I like this one though too. It's hidden under something. Jessica, I have moved everything in here. Every single little thing I have moved. I've already cleaned that off 3 times now. I have moved everything that was over here. Nothing. I got nothing, I tell you. Nothing. Let me feel again one more time. Nope, there ain't nothing there. That's just a cord. I got a cord, that's it. Over here, I have my quilting gloves and I have some pens. That's it. All my up close glasses. And I have looked and looked. The only thing I can think of is if it went down and then slid underneath this thing. And I haven't looked under there. But I have looked every place else. Oh, yes, the dogs need the scratches, Andy. Hey, Christine, how are you? Christine is Maxi Doodle. When I first saw that name, I thought it was Shady Susan from Sewing Sensations by Shady Susan. because her little dog is Moxie, and it's a golden doodle. It's something like a doodle. It's a doodle. So anyway, I thought that was Susan. And then Lisa told me that it was Christine. She says, I asked who it was. And I said, oh, well, I would have sworn it was Susan. I found mine wrapped up in the last fabric I cut. Well, the last fabric that I cut with using that was my white with the black dots on it, and it's on a bolt, so it can't be with that. I don't think. Anyway, that's in the kitchen. I'll have to go look in a little bit. A doodle. Yep, yarning away. Many orders to make. I think my little thingy is busted right here. I don't want to stay on my pen. Yep, it's a golden doodle. See, I know. Your collection looks like my niece's. She loves making animals and more. Near to my heart. Yeah. Yeah. I like watching Crafty Witch, but I don't usually tell you that I'm there. Or I watch on replay. I do a lot of watching on replay, it seems like. Because early in the morning, I'm usually on with Leanna. She's Pastry Queen Farm Adventures. And she's usually on, well, it used to be my time from 7 to 8. Well, her time 7 to 8. My time 6 to 7. Then she started going earlier because her husband wasn't home. And I'm like, oh my God. So I missed like a half hour of her before I realized that she's on. But, hi, Joe. How are you? See, I did see Joe. I have found mine wrapped. Oh, I read that one. Oh, I'm behind again. There we go. Yeah, I do that too. I jump around and I watch, and I always have somebody on, even if I'm over here doing something. My computer's way over there. So I'll have it going with one person and I'll have my phone going with another. So I'm watching two at the same time. Now, if I'm sitting over there at the computer, I can have 2 or 3 of them running at the same time. And that sounds really weird to hear 3 different voices coming at me. Hey, Jess, how are you? I love your little cow. What's her name? I forgot already. Lulu? Is that her name, Lulu? Oh, Sherry does the same thing. I watch replay when lives are after 9 p.m. Yeah, well, I'm usually watching the shows that are on after 7 or 8 o'clock at night. I'm watching them early in the mornings. I used to watch them before Leanna come on, but then she started coming on earlier and earlier. I like to watch Aunt Beck's Creations too, and she comes on at 6:30 in the morning. Well, I'm still watching Leanna, so I always have to watch Aunt Beck on replay too. Lucy May. I don't know why I was thinking Lulu. I knew it was an L though. Lucy May. Oh, look at that. Y'all know that her name is Lucy May. I knew she had a name, and I knew it started with an L. I saw someone with their little cows, dressing them for bedtime in their PJs. Oh, that's cute. Oh, yes, always running like 5. Yeah, that's the nice thing about the computer, because I can pull up different windows, and I can have every window with a live going. I'm given watch hours when I do that. I always have at least one of the 5 or 6 going that I'm actually watching. Jess is over there laughing. Well, what can I say? I'm a weirdie. I should have ironed these before I started doing anything with them. I probably will, because first I got to draw lines. I got the seam tape on here, and that's okay if I'm doing half square triangles 2 at a time. But I have found that me drawing these lines works a whole lot better. I have control of where my feed dog lands, where my presser foot lands. I have control of it with that. So whenever Lisa makes fun of me because I draw lines on everything, I draw lines, I use my pens, I pin everything. And if I only have a piece this long, I only use 3 pins, maybe 4. I might go on the 2 ends and then in a little bit. But if I have a really long piece, there's a pin like every 3 inches. So when you have 3 live stream on, then you forget and answer the people on the different live streams. Yeah, I do. I do that too. Yeah. Or I think I'm on the one that I'm on, and I'll start typing, and I wasn't in where the chat goes, and then it disappears from my screen and goes to that little box. So then I got to click on it to enlarge it again. And then I got to click on it to get it going again. I'm like, oh my God. I'm such a ditz. When it comes to technology, I'm a ditz. Yeah. Oh, and since Leanna wasn't on this morning, I have her video for save to watch later, because I went on to watch Jonathan at it's Cops. What's the first word? Crossover Paranormal Society. That's it. Cops. Crossover Paranormal Society. My phone is ringing off the hook. Why? Because you are wanted, girl. Everybody wants you. I don't think they're birthday wishes. Not from that phone. I could call you and you could tell them that you have to leave the meeting in the phone call so that you can talk, because there's something going on. Lisa's just a wanted woman, let me tell you. I like that your hubby said that the stove can wait. The stove / oven, that it can wait. I really like that. Did I show you this fabric? I don't remember if I even showed you the fabric. That's really pretty blue with little, I don't know if you'd call them flowers. At first I just thought they were dots, but then the closer I looked at them, they're almost like little flowers on there. And then this other one is flowers. And then the black is got all different shapes on it. It's not just a black. It's black and white, but it's got different. And see, and they all have these little slips on them. So I really need to iron them before I sew them. I can draw the lines on them, but I can't sew them until I can't draw the lines on and then sew them because then I'll lose my lines. I guess I'm going to have to do that first. This thing is telling me that I have to make 16 of these. And then I'm like, but I have a whole nother pile over here of both of them. And I was like, well, now what am I supposed to do with them? Well, then I got to looking a little closer because I go by pictures more than the words. So this was the first one that I was looking at, was up here with the flower and then the black on that way. Then I went down a little ways and I have to do a mirror image. So that's what I have to do with the other ones. So, see, I read through this stuff when I'm working on them. And then I'm like, what do I do with these? Oh, and look at here. We're going to be putting them together. We're going to put the mirrored images together. I wondered how I was going to do that when I was looking at the picture. That's very cool. Very cool. It's not going to take long to put that together then once I get the flying geese done. Helps if I get you in the right spot, huh? Because there's the flying geeses that I'm going to be working on. And then I got to make the sashing after that. The sashing is with these little bitty pieces of the black. They're 1.5 inches, I think. Little ones. And they're going to go with... they're going to go with the blue. I got sashings for the blue cut. And then... well, then I ain't got no more directions. There's no more directions after that. Oh, here it is down here. But there ain't no more pictures. Add the borders. Huh. And the borders are blue around here. So I got to add them after I put them all together. Okay. And then after that, then I put the floral ones on, the floral strips. Cut 2 of the floral strips. Sew to the sides of the quilt. And then to the top and bottom Layer the quilt top, batting, and backing. Quilted as desired and use the black for binding. All right. So after I do these flying gooses, after I do them, and I put them together, what am I putting them together with? Oh, I'm putting them together with the mirrored images. And then I sew it to each side of the applique center pieces. Press them open. It says to make 4, but it's 4 for each of the applique blocks, so that's 16. And then I got to sew a light blue square. I don't think I got light blue squares on here cut out. I don't see no light blue squares. All right, let me go back to the cutting here. Light blue. Ugh. I gotta cut 16 squares. I missed that completely. So I can't finish this until I cut them little squares. Hey, Katie Crafts. How are ya? Donna Armstrong's in the house. Hi, Sharon. Sorry, I've been ignoring my chat. Okay, I'm up here where Jess was laughing really hard. Oh, Sherry's is called Lacey May. Y'all like the middle name May, huh? All the procrastinators are trying to get their work completed or have questions. Well, that's what you get for being a know-it-all and having all the right answers. My first little pup was named Max. Oh, so that's where Maxie comes from. I called him Maxie Doodle. It became my screen name for most platforms. Well, hi, Don Stewart. I missed you this morning. My grandma's middle name was May. Melanie says, Dawn, woo, woo, it's Friday. Hi, Lori Clark. Dang, I got Scotland here, and I got Canada here, and then I got the U.S. I'm missing Giovanna, though. She's been driving her kids around, though, so. Oh, Tracy Albert says hi. Oh, you're Zooming with her. Hi, Tracy. Tracy's real fun, too. I am missing all the conversation. She's got FOMO again. Hey, did you notice that's what Mona is calling our Sunday 11 a.m. Eastern Time lives? FOMO with Lisa, Deb, and Mona. Oh, that's good. Hey, us girls were Wednesday afternoon. There was 6 or 7 of us in the Discord room sewing together and chit-chatting, and some of us weren't sewing. I was sewing. Oh, that's when I was working on my applique. I was finishing up sewing down the pieces. Guess who chose the name? Well, it's true. Lisa has FOMO really, really bad. Oh, Lori says, tell Tracy hi for her. Oh, Judy was hand sewing. I remember she was putting a binding on something. I just didn't remember if it was hand sewing or machine binding. Yeah, Melanie, you missed it. We put it out there at everyone. See, even Joe had fun with us. And we were all doing something different. And then some of us had to leave for a little while, and then they came back, and that. Well, I stayed for quite a while. I had these dang blocks to work on. And granted, there's only 4 of them, but do you know how long it's been since I did applique? I did my hen and chicks. That was applique. And I did use the blanket stitch on that. And I free motioned it on this machine with I used my 1/4-inch foot. Because all of those lines that I echoed, they're all 1/4 of an inch. So I was really proud of that one. But yeah, I gotta find me a different ruler to square those up with. I didn't get it. I missed the notification somehow. I don't know how you missed it, Melanie, because I thought you had it on all the time. Does it pop up on the screen like a Zoom or multiple people are talking and sewing? Well, you all know I have it on all the time. So I have it down in my taskbar on the computer. And every time somebody comments, it puts a red dot on there and it makes a boop, makes a booping sound. Boop. So I know to go to Discord and look to see where the conversation is. Oh, your husband keeps calling. Well, don't he know that he ain't supposed to call during the day because you're on lives? Is that going to be an every Wednesday thing? Well, Mona canceled all of her Wednesday lives on YouTube, and she's going to move them all to Discord starting next week. We all just were bored, and we got on there when this past Wednesday. Of course, Mona thought she was going to be in there too, but then she was too tired with running around with everything. And Mona's not here right now because her mom has been taken to the hospital. First, they took her to urgent care, and urgent care couldn't do nothing for her. So they called the ambulance to come take her to the hospital. Yeah, see, I thought Melanie had it on all the time. But see, I keep mine in my taskbar at the bottom so that when it goes off, I can see it. It's got a little red dot, and when there's a new conversation, it turns orange all around the Discord emblem. It has orange around it, and then it has a red dot. Yeah, it's live talking, sewing, chatting, and you can do it with or without video. We all do it with video. Granted, there's quite a few that don't want to show their faces on YouTube, but this is not being recorded or nothing. So it's just us, and they come on and We even get to see So Terry's face. Yippa yippa. She was sitting on her couch Wednesday when she was in there with us. Who all was in there? It was So Terry and me, Joe, Teresa Louise was in there with us. Katie Crafts was in there. I thought there was two more. Well, they're not real sure what happened to her mom. She was with Mona's brother, and she was telling him that she was dizzy and she couldn't lift her head up. So he took her to urgent care, and Mona met him over there because we were all in a live together, and she just disappeared. Well, that's where she went. And then once they got there, they said they couldn't do nothing. So Mona called 911 for him to come get her and take her to the hospital because Mona can't lift her. She can't move her around or nothing. And so they were on their way over to the hospital. She was hoping that it was just the flu, the influenza. You know that influenza A is really, really bad right now. So look at that. Jess, Katie, Terry, Teresa. Yeah, I named all them. Oh, Jess. Jess was another one, so that would make 6. I thought there was one more, though. I thought there were 7 of us. Sheila usually comes in with us, but she wasn't there. There's Miss Leanna. Sherry says she'll join us next week. Well, and at 12:30 today, my aunt passed away. She hung on a heck of a lot longer than they thought she would. Because first they said it could be that night up to 3 days, and then that didn't happen. And my brother was supposed to go on a trip to Florida, and she had already gone past what they had predicted. She was at day 7 or 8. So he went ahead and did his trip down there. Well, this is Friday. I don't know if he came back or if he was already back home. Hey, Becky, how are you? Nice to see you here. But my brother, he was with her, and he sang hymns to her and with her, and as she breathed her last breath. And he said that it was at 12:33 Central Time that she passed. Leanna. Oh, she's so tired. Leanna has had a time of it being sick. Well, thanks everybody. I don't know why I keep tearing up, but she was the last one of that generation. She was 79. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? She was 79. She was going to be 80 in August, and we were planning a big party for her. And then she got really bad, and they put her in the nursing home, and then hospice came in, and yeah, you know. Yeah, the not eating doesn't help you at all because you're not getting any nutrients. You're not getting the minerals or the nutrients. You tear up all you want. It's normal. Well, that generation's gone, and now my brothers and I, and my sister, we're the next generation now. I don't like being the old generation. I'm doing everything I can so that I don't need the walker so much anymore. It took me a long time to get up the courage to be walking without a boot on. Yeah, see, Terry doesn't have any more aunts, Ruckles. Well, I don't either anymore. And this is my aunt. She's my dad's sister, baby sister, way baby. I mean, there was lots of years between them. There was like 20 years between my dad and her. And she was number 8 of the kids. And she stayed in the hometown all those years. And then my brother moved to Lake of the Ozarks. So she followed him there, and she got an apartment there. And then, but other than that, she was always in Seymour. Oh, hi, Teresa. How are you? Oh, no. I am so sorry, Teresa. Well, that's 2. Who's going to be the third one? Yeah, it's really sad to lose a whole generation. Anyway, this aunt, she's my dad's sister, right? So she's my aunt. Well, she divorced her first husband, and my cousin Bob was married to Ruth, and then they got divorced, and then Ruth got together with my cousin David, and they got married, and my cousin Bob married my aunt. So my aunt was my aunt and my cousin. Oh my gosh. It is so hard to keep them all straight, let me tell you. And the names, all the names. Everybody had their real name, but they also had 1 to 3 different nicknames. So you had to learn all the nicknames too. Yeah, well, Becky, it's both sides. Both of mine are gone now. I am so sorry, Teresa. And going by with pneumonia, which is very treatable. And I don't understand why people are dying from pneumonia so much. And I don't understand why TB is back. And what's the other one that's back? Chickenpox, ain't it? Didn't we all get vaccinated against the chickenpox? Of course, I had the chickenpox, so maybe it's measles that are back. Measles. There you go, Christine. Measles are back. Polio's back too. See, why are all these diseases coming back when we had them all under control? My mom had 2 sets of cousins who were twins, and they married each other. Oh my goodness. They were at my wedding, and I couldn't get it straight. Well, look at me. I grew up because it was the older generation that gave all the aunts and uncles their nicknames. So when I grew up, I only knew them by their nicknames. Like my Uncle George. George is not his name. His name is Charles. And for a long time, I had no clue how he got the name George. Well, come to find out, one of his good friends growing up was Georgie. And my grandpa would call my uncle Georgie. So that's how he got his name George. My mom was Pootie. Yeah. And then, of course, my brother, who's just 5 years older than me, he's Charlie. That's his middle name is Charles, Danny Charles. And now his second wife and all of her family and everybody all call him Dan. I still call him Charlie. That's who he was all my life growing up. And I cannot change. I have tried. I've tried and tried. And that's Shirley's husband. He's always going to be Charlie. Now, I know I get after all of you guys when you slip up and you call me Debbie. That's my sister-in-law, is Debbie. But the only ones that can get away with calling me that now are my siblings. Other than that, everybody knows me as Deb. I switched over to just Deb when my sister-in-law came into the family, and she's Debbie. I'm Deb. My mom would specify us as Debbie Ann, and then me and my middle name. And I didn't like that. So I switched mine to just Deb. Your grandpa called you Becky Doo-Doo. You think the government's playing with the diseases? I think so too. Because, we had all of this under control, and now all of a sudden we don't. My dad, 21 years. My mom, 20 years. I still can't wrap my head around that. Yeah. Kids get over 40 shots before they even get into school. Now, that's if they go to school. A lot of them that are homeschooled, they don't get shots. This new generation of parents are not getting their kids vaccinated. And I think that's part of the problem. Oh, yeah. One of my other brothers, the brother that was singing to my aunt, his real name is Elza. But growing up, he was Bubby. Now, granted, when we got older, we did shorten it to Bub. And his first wife would call him Bo, B-O, just Bo. But now his current wife, she insists on calling him Elza. And neither one of them two like it when we call him Bub anymore. But that's just too bad because that's how we grew up. The middle name? Well, my dad was Elza too. And he was Elza Elvin. And then my brother was named after my dad. And he was Elza Eugene. There's no seniors and juniors in our family. It's just part of the name is part of another one's name. It's not just Deb, it's Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter. You got to say it all together, yeah. And my husband came up with that name. Many parents are not done with the vaccines. I'm not sure how I would feel now if I had to give the little ones now. I would still get my kids vaccinated. I still get myself vaccinated. I take the COVID shots whenever I need to. I get the flu shots. I get the pneumonia shot. I didn't get the shingles shot in time, and I ended up with the shingles. Oh, good God, that's horrible. And I think I got it over here again, too. Oh, Leanna wants to know what my middle name is. Well, it's a family name, I'll give you that much. You scooted on by that pretty quick. Yes, I did, didn't I? Okay, I will tell you one of the nicknames that my mom called me. And she called me Flossie Mae. She had an Aunt Flossie. See, I don't know what it is about May being a middle name there. There it is again, Flossie Mae. And she would call me that when she's teasing me. I had shingles too a while ago. I would just do vaccinations that we received back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. All this new stuff is questionable. Well, I had all them shots when I was a kid. I even had that rubella shot there that we got a mark for. I remember vividly in line to get into the gym because that's where all the nurses were, and you had to go by and you had to pull up your sleeve and you got the shots. But now that I'm older, I need the flu shot and the vax and the pneumonia, and I ain't taking no chances with that COVID because I'm pretty sure I've already had it. I had it before it had a name because I really thought I was going to die. My sister-in-law swears my nephew's autism was from getting the shots too early. There are many parents of children with autism that believe that. They say there's data out there to prove it. Well, I don't know about that. I have no clue about that. But I definitely believe in the vaccines. I know there's a lot of people that don't, but by golly, they all went in my arm. June, did I say hi to you before? I think I did, but I'm not sure. See how she just scoots by. We all got is Flossie. Flossie Mae. You forgot the Mae. It was never just Flossie. Flossie Mae. Oh, you're still wanting to know, huh? Well, it's Florence. So when my sister-in-law and I were there at Christmas time all the time, especially up until I was in high school, it was Debbie Ann and Debbie Florence. That's how she would distinguish us, and that's how she would write our names on our gifts. Man, I hated it. Hey, Yesenia! How are ya? Oh, I figured you'd get here someday. If not, I see you in at Leanna's. Well, it's my middle name. It's my mother's middle name, my grandmother's first name, and her mother's name. So I got at least 4 generations of it. And I was going to use it with my oldest daughter. And she was going to be my little AM FM radio. Amy Michelle Florence Miller. My little AM FM. Has the cutie been allowed out of her box yet? No. You're so funny. I love your middle name. I've always loved Florence. It sounds so romantic to me. Well, that's because of Florence, Italy. That's what I think of when I first hear it. AM, FM, yeah. Flossie is a cute name for Florence. Well, and I guess it was one of my mom's aunts, Flossie. Aunt Flossie is what I always heard her say. It was Aunt Flossie. So, yeah. I knew that you had that in your name for a while there, Becky. I assumed that maybe it was your mom's name, you know. I know my brother and her went to many conferences on the matter. Yeah, but see, I I have not had any experience with autism. You have 6 generations of Florence. Well, I have 4 that I can name off the top of my head. And then you're getting in there where I can't remember. All middle names. No, not all middle names for me. Some are first names, some are middle names. My sister's name, Almira Euphemia, Euphemia. I was named after my dad's brother Don and my mother's sister Jeanette. I'm glad I wasn't named after my grandmothers Fanny and Hazel. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're 3rd generation, huh? Well, now my brother Charlie and I were the closest because we're only 5 years apart. See, I got my 3 brothers, and they're all a year to a year and a half apart. And then there's 5 years, and there's me. After the boys, there's 5 years, and then there's me. And then there's almost 10 years between my sister and I. So it was like mom and dad had 3 different families. And anyway, Charlie and I were the closest. Because I don't think Bub and Mike get along. I don't think they ever did, really. But Charlie and I are the closest. And my granddaughter is named after Charlie. She just spells it different. Charleigh. Charlie. So she's named after him. I'm a retired elementary teacher, definitely a surge in autism from the 90s on. I believe it can be traced to drug prescription use, even years after abstaining. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I think some of them, when they get medicine from the doctor for an infection or something, and they take their medicine up until they feel better and then they quit taking it. I thought maybe that had something to do with it too. See, my kids, when they got to feeling better, then they didn't want to take the medicine anymore, and Mama here forced them and made them take it till it was done. I know they don't do it now. I know that when they get sick now and they go to the doctor and they get medicine, they'll take it until they feel better, and then they'll save it until the next time that they get sick so they don't have to go to the doctor. Got to go get me a Subway club sandwich. Oh, that sounds really good, Sherry. You have fun. I worked in special needs for 30 years. There's definitely a surge in autism, and something is the reason for it. I meant parents' use. Oh, parents' use. Oh. Well, I didn't do drugs, so I don't know. I am having another big salsa with no lettuce. Oh, that sounds good too. Y'all are making me hungry again. Of course, I'm having another low day again today. So anything sounds really good to me. All right, let's see if I can mark some of these. I have some more stickers that I could put on my little thingy here, but I've run out of room. Up here, I have Sewing for My Sanity. That's the only one I got up there. And then I got Mona right here. And I got Jenny over here. Lisa, I got Lisa in two different spots. I got Lisa on my actual table, and then I got Lisa up here too. And then next to her is Donnell. The rest of these, except for Fat Quarter Shop, oh, this one is the Sewing Studio. But the rest of them are all just little stickers about quilting. I really like them. See, now I have to use this big clunky one because I can't find my other one. I guess I'm going to have to turn this the other way because I can't. I can't see. Doctor won't let you boil chicken breast. Yeah, I feel bad for Leanna. She hasn't felt good for such a long time. And she can't eat. She can't eat real food. Let's put it that way. I like saltines with butter on them. And that comes from the old generation too. Yeah, I've been cutting my carbs down too. My youngest daughter is special needs, and I did not take any medicine or any drugs. So only God knows the answer to that. My baby is a blessing. She is the youngest of 4. Well, I have 3 kids of my own. I was pregnant 4 times. I've got 3. And then I have 2 stepkids. And my oldest daughter is she's pregnant again. And she just told us a week or 2 ago it's going to be a boy. I have 3 granddaughters and 1 grandson. So it'll sort of start evening things out here. Butter and saltines, see, and that's how we grew up. That was a common thing for us to eat, saltines with butter on them or saltines with peanut butter on them. Most of the time it was butter. And popcorn. We had popcorn for supper. We had a great big old bowl. And Dad would pop it up. He had one pan that was just for popcorn. He'd pop it up, and we'd go out in the living room, have that big bowl between us, and we'd be watching football, be watching Johnny Unitas, and We'd have that, and we'd have our Pepsi, and we put peanuts in our Pepsi. Remember putting peanuts in your Pepsi? And then after all the bubbles and everything, the peanuts would be at the bottom. Yeah. And then when you take a drink, you'd shake it so you could get some peanuts out. Yeah. Once in a great while, we'd have the Hershey Kisses in our popcorn too. That's only if it was a real special occasion, like the Super Bowl. Saltines with PB&J. Yeah. I never put jelly on my crackers. Yeah, crackers with cheese. Yeah. Never heard of peanuts and Pepsi. Why? Well, that was a thing back then. It was really cool because when you put the salted peanuts in, the salt would mix with the pop and make it bubble, 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 and then all the peanuts would be in the bottom. And then when you take a drink, they would come back at you. I eat popcorn every night for supper. You do? We only had it on Sundays, and that's when we were watching the football game. And my dad's favorite team was the Packers. And boy, he would be so disappointed in Aaron Rodgers, let me tell you. Still is a thing here. Yes, Donna, it is. I'll tell you another thing that my dad would eat, and I really think it's nasty. My dad would get a glass of milk, and he would fill it between half and 3/4 of the way full, so about 2/3 of the way full. And then he would take saltines and break them up and put them in his glass of milk. And then he'd take a spoon and he would eat them. He did that every night before bed. Yeah. You had popcorn for a meal? Yes. Yes, Miss Terry. Our Sundays were, our big meal was at noon after church, and it was usually fried chicken. Because mom would leave church early, so we only lived 4 or 5 houses away from the church, so she would leave church early and go home, and she would make up the fried chicken. And then by the time we all got back home and got settled and everything, then dinner was ready. And we had fried chicken every Sunday. So by the time football came on and that, we'd have popcorn and Pepsi, and that was our supper. I love popcorn, but that's on the never again list. Yeah, I know. I sprinkle Frank's hot sauce on popcorn. Oh, that's good too. Oh no, I lost my appetite. Ew. I knew someone who did that. We had our big meals on Sunday at 1 p.m., but it was pasta and meatballs. You mean like spaghetti? No, that was in the rotation during the week. Peanuts and Pepsi is still around here. It's great. Yeah, I tell you. You need to try it, Terry. I eat a big lunch around 2 every day. We ate banana sandwiches, and I still do. Now, I never ate banana on a sandwich. I love it. Oh, come on. What's that say? I love hot cornbread with milk in it. No, my cornbread is with chili, either in the bottom of the bowl with chili put over it, or on the side with butter and honey. I ate a big lunch. Yeah, I got that. Someone just came to the house. Oh, good God. You let people come to your house? Ah, the only one that ever comes to my house is my brother Charlie. Sometimes Shirley. And if my one brother shows up, I have to wonder why. Fried chicken and sweet baked potatoes. Ah. Oh, she's having lunch as we speak. Raisin Canes. We have a Raisin Canes here if it's still open. I've never been there, but I know where it is. Oh, cheddar and jalapeno cornbread. That is the bomb, Jessica. It does. My sister-in-law used to make the hot cornbread, and she'd have the chilies and stuff in it. That was in Michigan though, and I don't see myself ever going back up to Michigan now since my mother-in-law's gone. Hey, Giovanna, what are you doing, Banana Joe? Are you back home yet? We love it here in California. Yeah. Well, we have one, and it's not too far from me. It's up that way. I am so dead tired. Well, you sounded tired when I saw you earlier. I'm really glad that Christine is finally talking in the chat. She used to be just a lurker. That's why we didn't know who it was. I make Mexican cornbread and have red beans and rice with it. Yeah. You start adding all that Mexican stuff in there, and I love it. Yeah. See, we only had cornbread growing up when we had ham and beans. That's why I say you put the ham and beans in the bowl. I mean, you put the cornbread in the bowl and you put the ham and beans over it. Yeah. Oh, what'd Shirley say? Deb and her brothers like coffee stuff and burnt popcorn. No, I'm not the one that eats the burnt popcorn. That's Peggy. You need to ask Shirley what coffee stuff is. Because my brothers and I love it. And my sister, she loves it too. My dad got us on it. Lurker while quilting. Uh-huh. I had 2 days very busy with the fridge and all. Yes, I know you were busy with that. You can't eat and we are talking about food. Yes, I'm so sorry, Leanna. What Melanie say? Oh, she was laughing at you. Yeah. My brother Charlie, he got Shirley to try the coffee stuff one day, and she about threw up. I said, I don't know why. It's good stuff. It never had a name or anything, but we called it coffee stuff. Look at her. Nasty stuff. But I want to know about the coffee stuff. Oh, Melanie, you would want to know, wouldn't you? Okay, you take a piece of bread. And we always grew up with the white bread, the white Wonder bread. So we had a piece of bread. You pour coffee on it. And then you take some evaporated milk and pour on it. And then you get some sugar and you sprinkle sugar all over it. And then you eat it. Yum. My parents were from Mississippi, deep south. Now my son lives in Louisiana, so we have some good food choices. I don't know, because I don't know if I would eat what Louisiana has. Shirley, look at Melanie shaking her head. No. Melanie is no different than having a cup of coffee with toast. Only you don't toast it. It's just a piece of bread and you pour all your coffee stuff on it and that's why it got the name coffee stuff. That is a glorious bomb. Never heard of that concoction. Well, no, I think it was just my family that had it. Becky, I was going to ask you. I'm from Mississippi. It sounds like a tiramisu. Well, it was really good because that's how I drank coffee way back then. See, I drank coffee when I was a kid. I grew up with coffee. I had a cup of coffee. I had a little bit of evaporated milk in it and a little bit of sugar. And then the older I got more evaporated milk and more sugar in it because the evaporated milk had to switch to just creamer because that's all you got in the restaurants and that. Regular cream. And you got to pour like 4 of them into one of them little bitty cups just to get it to change from black color to a creamy looking color. But now I don't use sugar anymore, so and my creamer is sugar free too. Yuck is what they should call it. My stepsisters used to eat butter on bread with sugar. Yeah, we used to have that too. But that didn't stick with me. I like the coffee. Crawfish is delicious. Send the heads to get the spicy out. Oh, now see, I don't want to suck no heads. Oh yeah, tiramisu had brandy in it. I dipped my toast in my coffee. Yeah, see, Teresa, that's along the same lines. I think maybe I need to quit doing lives. I keep telling you people more and more about me. And it's all the strange stuff. Oh, no eyeballs either. You're making me crave carbs. Oh, no. No. No wonder I loved it when my mom made it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't drink any kind of hard liquor. No. Ugh. That my mom used to do as well, Leanna. Oh, no. I won't eat eyes, lips, feet, testicles. I won't eat none of that stuff. Nothing weird like that. I don't know. And when I eat fish, I will eat fish on the bone, but that head has to be cut off because I don't want it staring at me when I'm eating it. Bye, Lisa. fried smelts whole. I would still make them cut the head off for me. There's no way I could have the fish staring at me. Oh, Survivor trivia. Yes, yes. I remember one of them saying sucking the eyeballs. I would rather wear my pantyhose in the water. Eagles gets nightmares of the fish head following her. I had testicles a few years ago dipped in ranch. It wasn't bad. Oh, no, no. Can't do it. I just can't do it. When I was a kid, I wouldn't eat something because of the texture of it. Not just what it looked like, but the texture. If it tasted weird, right out of my mouth. What to do if you are thirsty, what you should do. Yeah, I remember that one. And I would have sucked on the leaves with the dew on it first. It wasn't good, is what you meant. Right, Becky? Oh. I think this is funny because three of us in here have had quilts done by Lynn Lockard. Lynn Lockard Quilting. And I would let her do another one. Let me tell you, my tea cakes turned out so pretty. Like lifesavers, Leanna. Honey just gave me a look when you read eating testicles with ranch. I'd have loved to have seen his face. How did you have them, Becky? Cooked or not? You're too funny. And you know, today is the first day that I haven't lost my voice when I was on here. oh, Andy, you ain't even heard me yet. You got to come on Mona's. Mona and I get to giggling so bad. We were laughing at Lisa so hard the other day. I guess that was Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Sunday. We were laughing so hard. I had tears running down my face. I was laughing so hard. Rocky Mountain oysters are usually fried. Or attached. You're right, Andy. Deb has the best giggle. Work those. I tell you, I've been so giggly here today that my eyes just keep watering. And I can feel hair on my, right here. I can feel hair. So I'm going to have to cut it again. I need to, it's got to go up at least another half inch. Maybe more. But when I cut my hair, I only do a little bit at a time. And when I got out of the shower today and my hairs were just falling down here, I just went ahead and brushed them down, you know. And then I had to come in here because I have my hair cutting scissors in here. And I trimmed it because they were hanging clear down here. And I'm like, no, that ain't going to happen. And my husband says, "Why are you wearing bangs again?" I was wearing bangs when him and I first met. You all make me laugh a lot. No, it was good because of dipping in the ranch, but it left an odd aftertaste. Yeah, it would be an odd aftertaste because then you're thinking of where it came from. Yeah, that's how I got Giovanna to start calling me Giggles. And then everybody on uh, Debbie and Quiltfex channel, they all call me Giggles now. My neighbor is a commercial fisherman and just brought me some fresh shrimp. So I have to get off and go clean them. You can clean all them you want too. Yeah. You have fun eating them. You like the bangs, Donna? I haven't worn bangs for, well, my honey and I will be together. Well, we've been together 24 years. So I haven't worn bangs for probably 22 years. I just made your brother homemade cinnamon rolls. Oh, and you didn't send me any? Oh, oh. You should have told him you're going on the prowl again. I don't think he'd enjoy that. I thought you had a new do. It's cute. Well, it's because when I got out of the shower and before I brushed my hair out when it was wet, this part fell forward and it dried that way. So if I was going to pull it all back, I'd have to re-wet it and then do it. And I didn't feel like re-wetting it. You like the bangs too? She does look cute. Well, that's what I was going for, the cuteness. I've almost always had bangs, but now my hair is super thin, so they are blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's funny. Uh, I think my sinuses are acting up. Because what? The last 2 weeks that I've been on a live, I keep losing my voice when I talk. At first, I thought it was because I don't talk much. And now being on my own live, I have to talk a lot. Becky, I like shrimp if it's deep fried. I don't want it any other way. I have tried it. I don't like it. I don't like the rubberiness. I'm back to the texture thing again. I can't wear the fringe. Yes, I call it the fringe like the British. Well, like I said, if I'm going to keep doing this, they have to be cut a little shorter. They have to be above my eyebrows. I cannot stand them touching my eyebrows. And right now, they're over my eyebrows. You love shrimp any way you cook it. No. It's rubbery to me, and no, I don't want it. But I did try it. I spit it out. Look at this. I've gotten one with the mark on the back. One. You know what I'll be doing tonight? I'll be sitting there marking all of these. Hey, I got some new marking pens too. They're the water erasable ones. I have one of them that are the air erase too. I've been trying all these different ones. So as long as I'm cutting on the line, I'm going to use my friction pen. I love this pen. I've already replaced the ink in it twice. The other pens like this, I can't get them to work, so I have to get my hair cut 1/2 inch. You only do 1/2 inch at a time? Oh, Melanie's marking hers too. 144 of them. Where is the cutie? The cutie is still in the hallway, in its box, being a table. I can't talk and sew either, Deb. Well, if I had all of these already marked, I could be sitting here sewing them. I get my most sewing done when I'm on a live with Mona. Mona does all the talking, so I just sit here and sew, and every once in a while I look up at the chat and I'll say something that she didn't read. No, that is the length I get it cut. Oh, I figured it was 1/4 of an inch every time you get it cut. Or 1/2 inch. What did you say? Yeah, you get yours cut 1/2 an inch each time you get it cut. Well, I know at least 1/2 an inch needs to come off of here, if not more. All I did before I came on the live was I cut it enough to get it out of my face. It was clear down here, and I couldn't stand that. look at Giovanni, because Mona talks a lot. Mona does. She admits it. Now it is as long as yours. Debaway, try new hairdos. I've had every single hairdo there is to have, let me tell you. I even had the mullet. Remember that, Shirley? I had the mullet even. Let's see. What the heck is wrong with this? It's not moving. I can't get it to lean back now. Well, I don't know where it went. Stay away. Try new hairdos. I'm losing signal way out in the country. It was nice listening while I drove you guys. Take care, Jessica. I'm glad you joined in. Y'all need to try some coffee stuff in the morning for breakfast. That's when we had it, was at breakfast time. Incubating in the box. It has passed its expiration date. Oh, you are too funny, Terry. Terry is so worried about my warranty because I've gone past the warranty on it and I haven't even opened the box. And my husband, he's worried about losing his table. So after I take it out of the box, he wants the box back because he wants his table back. And he says, you can even put a doily on it if you want. Shirley won't try the coffee stuff again. Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to iron these things up because, like I said, they're bent. There, you can see they're bent. And so I need to iron those. My black ones are bent too. See, my black ones are bent too. So those need. The only ones that aren't bent are my white ones. Everything else is bent. Huh. My hair was up to my knees when I gave birth to Isabel. Is that what you're going for again? Mona just mentioned something about her mama. I hope she's okay. Well, we'll have to go check on her. So, y'all have a good afternoon. Have a good evening tonight. And I will see you tomorrow for Not Quite Right. Ooh, I'll have to show you guys one of my pictures. And you will agree that I am not quite right. Have a good afternoon, everybody. I'll see you later.